Hello and welcome to Onefootball. I'm Ed McCambridge. Now, a lot of Premier League clubs are gearing up for a very busy summer transfer window, but none so more than Chelsea. It's been a difficult season for the Blues. They're going to have a little overhaul of the squad, and joining me to discuss a few of the biggest transfer rumours is Rory from CFC Fan TV. Thanks for joining me, Rory.
It's a pleasure. Cheers for having us on.
So let's kick off with the transfer rumours. First one, the Sun are reporting that Toby Alderweireld, Spurs centre-back, could be joining Chelsea this summer in a £45 million deal. Now, give us your take on that.
I think he would be a wonderful signing for Chelsea. I think he's a great player. I think that Tottenham really benefited from his brilliance. I think when he became available originally, just before he went to Tottenham, Chelsea was sniffing around him, and somehow he sort of became the one that got away. And I really hope we don't make that mistake again. It would also be a double-edged sword, because it would strengthen Chelsea massively, but it would also hamper Tottenham, which would be great.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, he's been an absolute revelation since he joined the Premier League. He's obviously had a cracking time at Southampton and has been excellent for Spurs until he was recently dropped in favour of Davinson Sanchez. But what would he bring to Chelsea's backline that you guys don't already have?
Well, the big issue for us, it's Gary Cahill. So what would happen is he would be a direct replacement for Cahill. Cahill gets a bit of an unfair rap, I think, often from me, to be completely honest. But his time at Chelsea, I think, is pretty much over. I don't think Cahill is up to the required standard for Chelsea, and it would be a direct replacement. So our back line would go from being quite shoddy when Cahill plays. You know, he had a good game, and he has got a good game in him. He played very well against Liverpool a couple of weeks ago. He kept their front three very quiet. He was exemplary in the cup final against Manchester United.
And he's been a great servant for years, hasn't he? I mean, he was part of the Champions League winning squad.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. He won a European Cup 6 months after signing for the club. He's literally won everything. He's won every trophy there is to win. And I think history will be very kind to Gary Cahill, certainly kinder than I'm being now. But I just don't think that the club isn't going in the direction that favours the Cahill style of defending, and I think Alderweireld would be a really brilliant acquisition.
Well, I think I agree. Actually, I think that'd be an absolutely cracking signing. Now, the Sun's report also says that one of the main reasons it might go through this summer is because there's a £25 million buyout clause next summer on his contract, and I don't think he's willing to reopen negotiations with Spurs at the minute. So it's sort of now or never for them. Give us your take. Do you think it will happen, or do you think this is just paper talk? In or out? What do you reckon?
If I have to give a definitive answer, I'm going to say out, just because Tottenham have been very, very tricky to do business with in the past. And I say that in a complimentary way. I think that they're brilliant at holding clubs to ransom. I remember they basically sacrificed a fortune not selling Luka Modric to us, and they effectively let him go for half that price the following year to Madrid. I remember they managed to get a ridiculous sum of money for Gareth Bale, and Daniel Levy doesn't do business when he doesn't want to do business, and he doesn't want to strengthen Chelsea, he doesn't want to weaken Tottenham, and therefore I think that this one probably won't happen.
So, guys, you've heard it here first. Rory says it's not going to happen, but we'll wait and see. It would be a big deal in the Premier League, I think, if it happened, but that one's probably not on. Let's move on to a second rumour here. Sky Sports are reporting that Willian might be on his way out of Chelsea this summer. Now, there's no prices touted really. He has been linked with Man United, but you know it's not really materialised into anything concrete just yet. How much of a blow would it be to lose Willian, do you think?
Look, I like Willian a lot. I've been a huge defender of him. He comes in for a lot of stick. There's a particular variety of Chelsea fan who really don't like Willian. It's not a match-going fan. It's sort of the Twitter Chelsea really don't like him. They really don't rate him. I've always stuck up for him passionately. I think he's a really good player. I think since he's signed for the club, he's done very, very good things. But he often makes a wrong decision. You know, there are flaws in his game. However,
but he's the Duracell bunny, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he keeps going. He's got a good eye for a goal. He's got a knack for scoring big goals. But he's also got a major error in him and a bad game. You know, one of those players who, if it doesn't happen, like certain players, they can have a bad game, but they still don't do anything like extraordinary, and they get by. A bad game for him will be 5 out of 10. A Willian bad game is negative.
Really bad, yeah.
Yeah. It's really bad. I mean, he can. There's no limit to quite how bad it can go for him. Equally, there's no limit to how well it can go for him. He
can be fantastic on his day.
I mean, I think. Do you know what? When I have a conversation with my mates who support other clubs, I'd say that Willian is the player that other clubs' fans think is great. Like all my mates, they speak to him. Like I live in North London, a lot of Arsenal fans around. They always point at Willian. They're like, "What a player!" Because they watch him on Match of the Day and they see him scoring goals against Barcelona, and they think he's the man. That doesn't quite tell the full story about him. However, I do like him, or I did, until the other day and his celebrations of the cup victory against Manchester United.
Well, it's probably worth touching on that just for 1 second. You guys out there need to see this. I mean, on Instagram, Willian posted a picture after the FA Cup final. I mean, you probably shouldn't always read too much into these social media issues between managers and players. People over-egg the pudding sometimes, I think. But Willian's was probably the most blatant slap in the face to a coach I've ever seen. He literally just pasted cup trophies over exactly where Conte was standing in the picture, blocking only him out. Do you think that's really going to have sullied his relationship with the club there? He might have to go after something like that.
I honestly can't quite put into words how disgraceful I think that was. I think it was appalling. If for no other reason, you don't have to like everybody you work with. I completely respect that. I don't like everyone I work with. But
maybe don't share this one with the colleagues then.
But what I mean is there is a level of respect that is important, and what he did there was the lowest possible move to completely blank out his manager in a photograph. Not only is it pathetic, but it's also incredibly rude. And I think that a lot of people who would in the past have sided with Willian, me for example, just see that as being such a low blow, so rude and so unnecessary, that I'm not sure there is a way back for him at Chelsea here.
Well, possibly the only way back might be if all the paper talk is true and Conte leaves. I mean, his issue is clearly with the manager. He's been left out of a few crucial games, the FA Cup final, of course, as well. I mean, do you think it's a case of Chelsea going to have to lose? They're going to have to lose both, or can Willian stay if Conte goes?
I think there is a world in which Willian can stay. I think Conte's going to go. Sadly, I think that is pretty much a guarantee. So I think the question then becomes, if Conte goes, can Willian stay? I think he can, because a new manager will come in and won't take that as a personal insult. But I think that it's actually soured his relationship. Certainly soured his relationship with me. I just thought that was so unnecessary and so provocative and so aggressive and so petty. I mean, it's such a weird move, isn't it? Imagine,
it's really tarnished his relationship.
Tarnished his relationship, and I'm not convinced now that there is a way back for him, particularly as Manchester United have been sniffing around him for quite a long time. His relationship with Jose Mourinho is very good. Mourinho got him playing some incredible football as well. He was Chelsea's Player of the Year that it all went wrong for us.
Yeah, he was the only one that really stood out that season.
Oh, mate, you're absolutely right.
And it looks like he's probably going to go to Man United. We've heard what you've said about how he's sort of sullied his relationship to the fans. So the big question is, in or out? What do we reckon?
I think Willian will be out of Chelsea off the back of this.
Well, that's it then. So Willian out, but Alderweireld probably also out. So we're going to talk about one that's a possible in now. Very exciting for a lot of Premier League fans because this guy has been absolutely tearing up the Bundesliga. It's been reported in the Metro that Leon Bailey is a target for Chelsea. Now, the young Bayer Leverkusen Jamaican sensation. What do you know about him? What do you know about the deal? Would it be a good signing for Chelsea?
Undoubtedly. Every time I've seen him, he strikes fear into defenders, and that's what we lack. What the thing that Willian does give us on his day, he's very direct, and nobody likes playing against someone who's direct, and everyone likes playing with someone who's like that. The entire stadium will lift when a player like Bailey gets on the ball and drives forward. It's so aggressive and it's so penetrative, and it really is great. So I'm so excited about this one. It's exactly what we want. And the other reason that I'd be so up for this move, he has a really good shot on him. He has a great eye for a goal.
He's dangerous, isn't he? He's really dangerous, really quick. Like you say, super aggressive, and still just 20at years old. I mean, he's got his whole career ahead of him.
So young, double rapid, really
quick.
But do you know what else he's got? And at heart, I'm an old romantic. And the thing that he's got that I really, really like, he's basically me. He's just wicked at football. I'm not good at football. But he's basically me. I've seen pictures of him when he was a kid, in a Chelsea shirt, doing the tour at Stamford Bridge. He did, but I'm sure he's very, very attached to his club now. But there was a time in his life when he was a youngster that he was completely in love with Chelsea Football Club.
So you think there's just a little boy inside him that is desperate to play for Chelsea, like so
There's
many
a
of
little
you
boy
guys?
inside me that's desperate for a lad that to play for the club. You know, I think the disparity between fans and players, this isn't exclusive to Chelsea. I think this is certainly a Premier League thing, if not a worldwide thing. The disparity between fans and players has massively grown. You know, like when I was a kid, you could go to Harlington and you could have a kickabout with Dennis Wise, like genuinely do that. Now you can't get near. You know,
no, it's all gated off these days, mate. Things have changed. And,
exactly. So the thought of having a player who is one of us, you know, he's me. He's just better at football than I am.
Yeah. Well, not that much better, surely.
Yeah. Well, you see me play.
It's a little bit better.
Yeah. So the thought of having him at the club really does excite me, and I'm going to completely let my heart rule my head on this one. So I'm not giving you any insider knowledge. I haven't read anything. I haven't heard anything. I'm just going with exactly the way I want it to play out. This one's in. Chelsea are going to sign.
Didn't even have to ask the question. This one is in, guys. Leon Bailey will be joining. He'll either replace Willian or join. I mean, that's going to be an incredible attacking bunch you've got there. If you can manage to keep Hazard this summer and Leon Bailey joins, Olivier Giroud's been coming good recently. If you can perhaps add a new striker, if things haven't really worked out for Morata, but that would really get some firepower going for Chelsea. So that's it, guys. I mean, we've got 1 in, 2 outs. Alderweireld out, Willian out, and we've got Leon Bailey in. Thank you very much, Rory, for your insider knowledge. It's been fantastic to speak to you, and I'm a Fulham fan, so I don't like to say it, but up the Blues next season. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Good luck in the playoffs, mate. I hope.
Thank you very much, sir. We'll need it.